We got corn popping up all over the place. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. First project of the day. Got to get this guy unstuck. Awesome. Don't have time to be messing with this. I could not get anywhere close to that thing with the pickup. I brought a big chain. I was all ready to pull it. I cannot get to it. So, guess I'm gonna go to the shop, bring back the little Kubota loader. That'll be fun. At least I got one sprinkler on this farm behaving. Well, behaving might be a stretch because it's getting the road wet. So I don't know if I talked about this one. Something happened, all the parameters got screwed up, and it was putting on a fraction of the amount of water it said it was. And I'm thinking when the Valley guys got all the parameters changed, it changed a lot of my end gun settings, or the fact that it's going slower now, my end gun is being affected. Because that road was not getting wet before. I'm wondering if it's mainly just because now it's actually going slow. It's got time to get the ground wet. Either way, I readjusted the settings last Friday when we had water, and now I just readjusted them some more. So we'll see the next time it comes around if it's better. Alright, let's go find us the little loader. That was a lot of fun. This dirt is super dry, other than the top layer got wet from water running downhill as it does. So it made a complete mess with the tractor. That is a tire track from last year that we never got filled. That's how deep the tire tracks are over here on this hillside. And that's not even much of a hillside. That's gonna be fun all summer. Oh, it's a good thing we had Hector haul all that friggin' sand all winter, so that way we can watch it sit in piles. Well, I thought I was done. Turned on the sprinkler because this corn's gonna die if I don't irrigate it. That one started spinning, and this one didn't move at all, so I'm gonna pull on this one for a while now. Before I shut off the camera, look at that friggin' track. Jesus. That's the track from last year, just got re-exposed because all the powder's gone. Okay, sprinkler is walking on its own for now. Still not convinced it's going to get to the end of the corn without needing pulled again. So I'm going to leave this here. Aaron's coming to pick me up, give me a ride. I honestly think my only option is just walk it through the wheat. Probably just throw on a quick ½ inch on the hay as I climb the hill over there, and then restart coming around. Let this area dry out for a handful of days, and then haul sand in there to start filling them tracks. Probably with this guy. Make a complete mess out of everything. I've got about, I don't know, 5 acres there that's not going to get irrigated. May wind up needing to replant it, because I can see where some of it's trying to come up randomly. The problem, all this water running down the hill is catching like sprayer tracks and everything, and so it's kind of spreading out thinly and sprouting a lot of seed, but it's not enough moisture for it to survive because 6 inches down, there's zero moisture. Lovely. The real frustrating part is I woke up today in a very ambitious, really good mood. I left the house a little before 6:30. Like, all right, I'm just gonna get that thing lock in, and then I can get going on tillage, because Cameron picks the oddest times to be gone. Busiest 2 weeks of the year, and he's gone for 4 days. So, I'm now the tillage, planting, and spraying crew. I gotta get the field worked so I can plant out the seed that I have, so I can switch to a treated variety for rootworm. So I can plant the field that he got ready for me yesterday, and then spray, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. And instead, it's 8:45, and I have yet to do a single productive thing today. At least that sprinkler over there is running. Got one working. Come on, Aaron. Alright, I had to go back already. It's now 10 o'clock. I hope that pivot is going to keep moving now. So, with Cameron being gone for 4 friggin' days, god damn, this guy's on vacation more than anybody I know. He's going to be so pissed when he watches this. He tried to work a field last night, and the alternator in this was no longer functional, so he started to lose power, so it shut down. But I need this to finish the field so I can plant it, so I can switch seed. So, yeah. I'm going to unhook it. Unhook the VT. Put the big tractor on this so I can work, I don't know, 80, 90 acres. Then switch back to the VT to work more double crop. Does that make sense? Good. I love land all equipment. But this donut is the bane of my existence. Because if you were by yourself trying to unhook, you'll do like I did and just spent 30 minutes with a hammer and punch driving the pin out. Because if you do not have that thing exactly perfect, that pin is not coming out. I jacked this one up, and as this came up, the hitch pin came up. And by yourself, you can't see anything from up there to try and start it and, you know, wiggle side to side or front to back to make it loose. If you had a second person here, you could go up there and do all that while they pulled on the pin, and eventually, boom, it'll pop right out. When you're by yourself, it's miserable. After almost exactly 1 hour, finally got everything switched over. Whew, that sucked. Need to go to the shop, grab a couple things, then finally get my day started. 5 hours late. Well, I was hoping to be here by 6:30. I'm here at 11:30. By God, we're farming now. 7 mile an hour, 30 foot at a time. It's just a little toy behind this guy. You can see my power meter there. Nothing. But the reason we went with the smaller one, if you didn't hear me talk about it whenever we first got it, A, it was available. A bigger one would have had to order. I think they said 12 to 14 months. And B, we wanted one that the 360 could handle for days like this when a tillage tractor goes down. What if it's this one that goes down? Well, if we had a bigger finisher, that means we couldn't do any finish work. Now, when that 360's ready to go, and we upgrade to another 4-wheel drive, in my thoughts, then we can get some bigger tillage equipment. But until then, we got to kind of play this game of, alright, it's got to be able to work with both. So, I'm going to keep filling in all these stripes Cameron left last night. Get this done so I can get that planter rolling. Okie dokie, tillage is done. So now I got a 60 acre split, half pivot because of that ditch, ready to roll. I only had to work 30 acres of it. So, we're going to go park this, but instead of getting in the planter, you know, coming and knocking this out, we gotta go pull that damn sprinkler again. Yeah, it just got stuck again. Wonderful. Okay, it's moving again. Please make it to the hay. If it can make it to the hay, it'll be fine. That spot right there is actually the bad part in it. That's the bottom of the hill where everything drains to from both directions. 2 o'clock. I'm gonna eat my hot dog on a hamburger bun. Yes, you heard that right. Go hop on the corn planter. So I take this to the shop, get all the bird's nests cleaned out of the engine with the air compressor, headed to the field. Alignment fault. Sprinkler stuck again. I figured I left way too early, but I can't just sit there and babysit the damn thing like you need. When you're dealing with a wet spot, you have to have one, if not two people there to pull on different towers and just keep walking it through like I did this morning. You know, I spent 3.5 hours. This time I spent 20 minutes. But it's gonna have to stay until I get done playing. Stopped at home, got some popsicles, try and get in a better mood. Let's get something done. I'll bet it's not. It'll come back in a second. So I've been watching the tire track. Apparently the circle on this GPS is not matched up exactly with the tire track. It's not bad, but I'm crossing like 6-8 rows. Just one of those really annoying things, but you know, it is what it is. I got out and looked. We're planting nice. Hey, look at that. Row 6 is back. I knew you were lying. I think what it is, you can see the dust behind me. When I get in really dusty conditions, I think dust is swirling in that seed tube, and you can't tell if there's seed or not. Because sometimes they'll say nothing's planted, sometimes they'll say it's planted 60,000 instead of 34. Well, whatever. Either way, though, we're 14 acres in. Should be able to do pretty close to 60 with the seed I have in, which would basically clean out this half circle. Then we'll reload with rootworm seed, treated or traded seed, so I can plant a quarter circle on one pivot and a quarter circle up here on the other side of the lake, because we had corn there last year. When you plant corn on corn, you have to worry about rootworms that will literally just eat the roots off your plant, and then the first wind comes along and they fall over. It's very frustrating when it happens. It's even more frustrating when you pay all the money to get the rootworm treated seed and something goes wrong and they still eat the roots off. And all the seed company will do is pay you what that treated seed costs. Not the cost of your seed, just what it is from the base price of the seed to add that trait to it. This little bit here. Kind of a ripoff. Alright. Round and round we go. Down on this side of the ditch, there was 24 acres, more than I thought there would be. Now see if I can go wiggle through the power lines and equipment over there, get on the other side. Because I really don't want to have to shut this down and fold it up if I don't have to. That's real great on air filters and radiators. Ah, glad I got GPS. Friggin' powder keg up here. Unfortunately, I got about a good 10 acres of this just super powdery ground. You might be saying, why is it so much different than the rest of the field? Because this is a piece of the farm they hadn't farmed in years. This is one we took over 2 years ago. Yeah, we had a year where we flood irrigated, a year with pivots. Now this is year 3. So this will be our third season on it. And this will be the first time we farmed up here. So, yeah, I know, you have no idea what you're doing because of the dust. So that's why it's so powdery. It just hasn't been farmed. There's no organic matter left up on that hill. So, we're going to fix it. Okay, the odd coincidences here are just too much for me. So the pivot on the other side of the power line. You guys were with me. When I ran out of seed, I had to have Cameron bring me seed. On that pivot, I had the inside 2 towers to go. Now here it is. On the other pivot, I have the inside 2 towers to go, and I just ran out of seed. Oh yeah, and I caught up with Larson, so now I'm catching up with Brian. So, I don't have anybody to bring seed. I've got a stuck pivot, as we know, that I need to go take care of. So I guess this is where we quit. for now. 4.5 mile drive back to my pickup for 3 acres. Son of a gun, so close. Am I the only one that every time I hear this song, all I think is the movie Rock of Ages? It's one of those, if you know, you know. Just met with the agronomist as I was parking the planter. Said everything's looking good. I informed him that as of this morning, we are now 100% done with our wheat crop. Which is insane to me when you think about last year. We were chopping on our stuff into July, and we're already done. So, here we go once again, back over to work on a pivot. Really? That's it? So when I came earlier, it was stuck right over in there. And I pushed a bunch of mud out of all these other ones because they were kind of a mess. I can't believe that stopped this time. I'll get whipped by the chain. Oh, through here. Avoid power line. Alright, let's get on, turn it the other direction and go. Okay. It's moving on its own. Hopefully it keeps moving on its own. I don't like how suddenly it's pushing up mud from below it. Where the hell did that come from? All it's got to do is go all the way over there now. We're not going to irrigate the hay, we're going to swap the hay. But I can't go the other way, so I probably ought to watch this for a few minutes. You know, if all the boxes would have had that, I probably could have finished. But I got a lot more like that. So as the sun disappears behind the clouds, let's load it up. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Pivot's still moving. I got places I can go with this tomorrow, get sprayed, get sprinklers going. But my daughter is wanting to watch some of the college softball World Series, so am I. I need to go edit some videos, edit some maps. So I'm just gonna call it a night. Pick back up tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys later.